a how-to guide for bidding in multiple parcel auctions by Nichols Wilson. Multi-parcel auctions divide properties into multiple tracts, expanding the number of options for sellers and buyers. In a multi-parcel auction, you only bid on the property you want. Bid on one tract, bid on a few, or bid on them all. We want you to feel comfortable with the auction process and are always available to answer any questions you may have. A multi-parcel auction doesn't move quite like a cattle or equipment auction, but once you understand the mechanics of the process, there's no other way to buy property that puts a bidder in the driver's seat, quite like a multi-parcel auction. On auction day, opening announcements will be made, and the Nichols Wilson team will be available throughout the room to help you submit your bids and answer your questions. When our auctioneer steps to the microphone, round one is on. Each tract will be auctioned individually to establish a base price. This will be the fastest round of bidding and a real-time leaderboard, and map will display who is in the leading position throughout the process. Bid on one tract, bid on a few, or bid on them all. We want you to feel comfortable with the auction process and are always available to answer any questions you may have. In this example, we're going to offer the property on the left in 6 individual tracts with a minimum bid increase of $1,000 per tract. We'll start with tract 1. Our auctioneer will chant off this parcel and move on to the next. You'll notice that the auctioneer does not announce any tract is sold, but instead closes the bidding by saying posted. This keeps bidding open as we move into the next round. After the individual tracts have been posted, the second round begins, offering you the opportunity to bid on any individual tract or combination. As you can see in our example, the process allows individual tract bidders to break apart a combination, or a high bid on one combination of tracts can be outbid by an entirely different combination, and so on. Here we see that bidder 106 has offered a combination bid on tracts 1 and 2. Our leaderboard now shows that bid in the lead. The back-end column shows that either buyer who was knocked out of the lead would need to raise his or her bid by $3,000 to be back on top. As the auction moves on, new combinations will be offered from the floor and posted to the leaderboard. All the while, the screen tells bidders what it would take to be back in the winning position. Back to our example, we now have a single bid on all 6 tracts, knocking everyone else out of the lead. Any individual or combination bidder is now capable of breaking this whole property combo apart, bringing other bidders back into the lead who didn't ever change their bids, as we see here when bidder 111 raises his bid by the back-end amount. As this process continues, notice in our example, bidder 101 is back in the lead on all 6 tracts. Although there is no one in the room willing to raise his or her bid, the full amount needed to break up the combination, it is possible for multiple bidders to increase their bids by lesser amounts that together have the effect of breaking out the combination. In our example, bidder 105 didn't want to raise his bid the full back-end amount, but he submitted a raise to $355,000, which didn't break apart the combination, but it did lower the back-end numbers for other bidders, which resulted in bidder 123 advancing his bid, once again pushing bidder 101 out of the lead. Any posted bid is considered active for the duration of the auction and can be back in the winning position at any time. So once you've placed a bid, it is critical that you not leave the auction until the gavel drops and the auctioneer says sold. The tracts will be sold when no more advanced bids are offered. Hopefully this clears up the multi-par auction process, but if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to one of our representatives. We're Nichols Wilson, your proven solution for price discovery. Contact us today if we can help you.